Hey, what's going on? It's Romeo. We talked a little bit about kids playing outside, some of the things you did, the crazy things, the games you played with the other neighborhood kids when it was summertime. Also, nice strangers. There's still a lot of nice people out there. So what is some of the nicest things that a stranger's done for you, or maybe you've done for a stranger? Let's see.
Okay. I'm going to tell you guys a little etiquette. I think most of you guys know it, but one of my friends does not. Okay. And so I had to explain it to him yesterday, and he got a little pissed off. He's actually a neighbor and a friend. But so I'm in the garage yesterday, must have been about 11, a little after 11. I had just gotten off. I got to the house, took a shower, went out to the garage, and I was cleaning up my golf clubs. So I was in the garage, cleaning my clubs, drinking a beer, not bothering nobody, listening to some music, not doing nothing, right? In my own little world, okay. One of my neighbors is coming back from the mailbox, sees me in the garage, decides to stop. Actually came into the garage. What you doing, Rome? Cleaning my clubs. Having a beer. Let me get you one. Oh, no, I can't. I can't have a beer right now. It's too early. I can't. It's 11 o'clock. I can't have a beer right now. I'm like, well, what are you working? What are you doing? Nothing. Guy's not doing nothing, right? How rude is it for you to go to somebody's house, disturb what they're doing, and not have a beer? I mean, he could have just as easily waved. What up, Rome? Waved as he walked by with his mail. No, he had to go out of his way to come in my garage and not have a beer. I'm going to tell you right now, that is about the rudest. I even told him that. I said, bro, that's kind of rude. You're not going to have a beer with me? And when you walked into the garage, you see I'm sitting here with a cold one, just wasting my morning. What? You're not going to sit and have a beer with me? No, I can't have a beer right now. I got, it's one beer. I didn't offer you a line of Coke. I offered you a beer in June in Bakersfield. It's beautiful outside right now. I couldn't believe it. I had to tell him to leave. Come back. Come back when you're ready. I can't with you right now. I mean, how rude is that? If you go to somebody's house for any reason, especially unannounced, and they offer you a beer, you better drink a beer with them. What is wrong with you people? Alrighty, 42547. To be fair, though, he did come back later with a case of beer. But you can't do that. Bruh. If you go and by somebody's house and you see them, I was doing was listening to music, drinking beer, acting like I was doing something with my golf clubs. And then all of a sudden, if you're going to come over and stop, you better have a beer. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if you're stopping by on your lunch break. I don't care if you're stopping by because you're in the neighborhood doing something else. If you're going to stop by and I offer you a beer, you better drink a damn beer. 42547. That's just rude. One of my buddies, who's also a neighbor, I was in the garage having a beer. It's about 11 a.m. I was having a beer, listening to some music, cleaning my golf clubs, and he's coming back from the mailbox. And he walks into the garage. What's up, Ron? What you doing? I said, I'm just sitting there having a beer. Let me grab you one. Oh, no. He says, it's too early. I told him to leave my house. You need to just go. You might as well sleep with my wife and kick my dog if you're going to turn down a beer in a garage anytime. That just means we're not friends anymore. RD 42547. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Hey, Romeo. Man, did I just hear that?
Yeah.
What an ungrateful SOB, because I'm feeling nice today. But hear me out. I'm from Delano. I used to deliver pizzas.
Okay.
And I was working. And you don't know how many Mexican households I would pull up to? Hey, man, have a Corona. And I'm like, oh, you know what? Shoot a Corona. Let's go. Hey, I come from Hey, the best beer is a free beer. Whether if it's Bud Light, Bud Ice, watered down, shoot it. Send it my way. Hey, you got to give me your coordinates, man. I might just stop by. Let's go, Romeo. Let's have a great one, man.
I'm just saying, look, especially if you're a friend of mine, and I offer you a beer and you say no, you might as well just kick me in the stones and tell me to go to hell. That just means you don't like me. That's what that means. That's what I heard. Okay? Don't just keep stepping, because that's what I heard. You want a beer? No, not right now. All I heard was I hate you and we are not friends anymore. Okay? All right, 42547-7. You guys can tell me if I'm wrong. If you think I'm wrong, but I know I'm not. So yesterday it was about 11 a.m. I was in the garage. I was cleaning my golf clubs. I was having a beer. And one of my neighbors, who I've known for a long time, great guy, great family. We hang out together, right? Walks by from the mailbox. Walks in the garage. What you doing? I said, I'm having a beer, hanging out, listening to some tunes, Let me grab you one. Oh, no, it's too early in the morning for a beer. No, it's not. I had to ask him to leave. I know you guys think I'm joking. I had to ask him, you might as well have, I don't know what. That's about the rudest thing you can do to your buddy, is when he offers you a beer, say no. Especially in June, in Bakersfield, on a beautiful day in the garage with music playing. Bro, we're not friends anymore. All right, 842-547-7. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
What's up, Rome? Seahawk Lou again.
What up, Lou?
Hey, Rome, you want to know what happened with your friend? Why he said no to the beer?
Why?
He didn't like the beer you had, man. He had to go get the right one.
Oh, no. He likes the beer I had. He was just being a little baby.
Oh, man, come on. If you know for sure he likes that beer, he was being a little weenie.
He's been my neighbor for 10 years. I know what he likes. My God. And to be perfectly honest with you, unless it's Corona, you should drink whatever beer they got, whatever beer you're offered.
Yeah, that's true. Cause I turn down any beer offered that I don't like.
Oh,
and then I'll just go get what I like. You know what I mean?
No, it doesn't matter. If you turn down a beer, that's just telling me that we're not friends anymore, and you don't really like me. That's all that's all I hear when you turn down a beer from me.
Damn, man. All right, well, that reminds me never to turn down a beer from Rome.
Exactly. I mean, especially if we're friends and we've known each other all these years. I don't care. That's what that means. The worst thing you can do to your buddy who offers you a beer in a garage is tell him no. We are not friends no more. Sorry, that just ended our friendship. You might as well, Yeah. All right, 842-547-7. So one of my neighbors, he was coming from the mailbox yesterday, and I was sitting in my garage about 11 a.m. having a beer, cleaning up my golf clubs, just listening to some music, just, having some garage beers after work. And this fool comes into my garage, asks me what I'm doing. I'm having a beer. Let me grab you one. Oh, no, it's too early in the morning. I'm like, fool, we ain't friends no more. That's just rude. That's about the rudest thing you could do, by the way. Big Boy said he ain't never turning down a beer. I ain't never known Big Boy to turn down a beer. Yo, Rome, that must have been a white neighbor. No, he's a Mexican dude. RD42547-7. Good morning, Rome. I would have had 2 beers with you. Apparently, he was just being nosy. Yeah, I get that. But if you're going to be nosy, have a beer. That's about the rudest thing you can do to your friend, is turn down a beer. Other than sleeping with his wife. Good morning, Knob. What's going on?
Check it out.
Yeah.
Today is my day. I ain't been drinking since about the 12th. So my partners know me. So I turned down a beer just the other day, even with my nephews and them, and I turned down certain drinks. And they actually respect it, even though everybody in my circle do it, because they know I don't need that because they've been making problems lately. Like I done went to jail, like DUIs and all that. You feel me? So sometimes you got to turn it down.
No. No.
Why not?
I'm not saying you didn't have to turn it. What I'm saying is you shouldn't be showing up then. That's what I'm saying. If you, like this fool, he could have just waved and said hi. He didn't need to come in my garage. and say hi? Because now you're in the middle of it. Now you're in the mix.
But the
Okay?
thing is, if he used to drink and he normally drink, he pull up. So why you gonna stop just all of a sudden because he don't drink? He's still cool with you.
Yeah,
so
no,
let him respectfully turn it down. He ain't got to explain it either.
No. You're wrong.
Yes.
Then you don't
All
need to go. If we all drinking, you don't need to show up.
All right, I guess so. That's crazy. So I ain't invited if I decide to sober up.
Well,
That's
actually,
crazy.
what I'm saying is, if you decide to sober up because you can't handle it, and you're gonna be around a bunch of people, I get it. But if you're gonna come in my garage and I offer you a beer, then you better take it, or we ain't friends. That's what I'm saying. This is a very unique situation. If I roll through your house and you offer me something and I say no, like a beer or something like that, I mean, I wasn't offering tequila and Coke. I'll just have a beer with me. I know we drinks because we drink together.
See, that's why I got to pull up with a nasty ass Budweiser Zero or Heineken or some Zero or some just to fake it. Then I'm vibing. Then I'm vibing.
If you drink Zero, then you're really not invited.
Oh, God damn it. Baby, throw them out the refrigerator.
All right, 842-547-7. I'm just saying, we ain't friends no more. All right? I'm just going to tell you, as a friend, if you have good friends and they offer you a beer, you better drink it. You better take it. Yesterday, one of my neighbors, he was getting his mail, right? And I'm sitting in the garage listening to some music, drinking a beer or two, about 11 a.m., cleaning my golf clubs. And this fool comes by, walks in the garage. What you doing? Once you cross that threshold into my garage, you're committed, bruh. You're in. You're part of the fiasco at 11 a.m. Let me grab you a beer. Oh, no, it's too early, blah, blah, blah. Well, then get your ass out. Keep on walking. Because that's about the rudest thing you can do is turn down a beer when you came in to what is beer drinking arenas on a beautiful day in Bakersfield. All right, 842-547-7. Good morning, Hal. What's going on?
You're not wrong at all, Romeo. People they don't understand that it's the same thing as if somebody calls me and says, what are you up to? And I'm like, oh, well, we're here at the bar having a couple beers. Oh, I'm going to stop by. They stop by and you're like, you want a beer? And they're like, no. Well, what the hell did you come by for?
Exactly.
Right? It's the same thing when people say, what are you doing? Oh, I'm thinking about going and getting a bite or getting some wings. And you show up, you're like, oh, I'll just have something to drink. I don't want to have no wings. Well, why the hell did you come?
Exactly.
Stay home.
You should know your role. You have a responsibility as a friend.
You why you're not. Hello, dude. Stay your ass home. You don't want to drink, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's hilarious,
I feel exactly
man.
what you're saying, bro.
I
know
agree
exactly
with
what you're saying.
All right, man. Thanks for calling.
All right, brother.
All right, later, man. That's what I'm saying. I mean, know your role as a friend, okay? Like, I have a friend that 99.9% of the time, if he's calling, I know what we get involved in, okay? And there's always going to be a beer involved. And I got to be ready for that, or don't answer the phone, or don't go by his house, All right, 842-547-7. Yo, Romeo. Me and my wife are retired, and sometimes we'll just sit out on the front porch. She'll have a margarita. I'll have a beer. Our neighbors know not to come to the porch, or they're going to be sitting there with us drinking. So when they're ready to they'll come and say hi on the porch, or if they don't want to drink, they'll just walk by and wave and say hi from the sidewalk. That's what I'm talking about. My boy could have just kept rolling. He could have threw a, hey, Rome, kept on walking, but he came into the garage and then turned down a beer? Now you're just being rude to my face. This was kind of funny. Yesterday, I was in the kitchen and I was doing some stuff and I heard some noise out in the front yard. So I walk over to the window. Now I have some trees in my front yard and I look out there and there's a couple of kids hiding behind the trees in my front yard. And I couldn't figure, I'm like, what are these damn kids doing? And then all of a sudden, here comes some kid on a bike hitting them with water balloons. Water balloon drive-by. I was looking at going, and then these two kids, they jump out and they start throwing water balloons at these kids on bikes. And I thought, man, these kids are having a water balloon fight. Now, it's been a long time since I've seen one of those. It's been a long time since I've been involved in one of those. But I thought it was pretty impressive that these kids were out doing stuff together. Now, everybody plays video games, and you're on your iPads, and you're on TVs, and it was 100 degrees yesterday. So kids are at their pools or, staying inside with the AC. But I thought, man, these kids are out there. They were just having a great time. And they must have been running around the whole neighborhood hiding everywhere because they were on bikes and they were on scooters and they were running around. But they were having a big old water balloon fight in the neighborhood. And I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. Because do you remember, long before there were, even when you had AC, long before, moms and dads used to kick you out the house. They would tell you to go leave because they didn't want you eating all their food. They didn't want you running up the electricity or the AC or whatever it may be. Or you just had nothing to do when you were at home by yourself during summer. So you had to figure out what to do. So what you would do is you would go outside with the other kids in your neighborhood and you would play games. You'd figure something out. To be honest with you, kids are fairly resilient. They will figure out what to do with each other when they're bored. They just will. Even if you took away all the iPads today in a neighborhood, take away all the iPads, all the iPhones, I would venture to bet that these kids, they will be upset for about 5 minutes until they all realize that they need to figure out what to do, and they'll figure out something to do, good or bad. Hey, these kids were having a water balloon fight. It was great. You remember back in your hood? You remember the hood games you used to play? 84254-7-7. You'd always come up with something. All right, so we're talking about stupid tricks you did as a kid or neighborhood games. You got together with your buddies and you would always, you would do something dumb. You would you'd play some sort of neighborhood game to entertain yourself. 84254-7-7. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Hey, what up, bro?
Hey, what up, man?
So I remember back in the day, me and my little cousins and all the little homies on the block, we were all into WWF when wrestling was real, you know?
It was real, okay.
And we used to play poop matches, so whenever a dog would poop in the grass, first one that landed it lost.
Oh,
yeah, it was horrible, man. It was horrible. But hey, it was fun. It was fun as kids, and yeah, it was knockout challenges, so whoever landed it was out.
That's nasty.
That man won it. It was gross.
That's nasty. All right, man. Thanks for calling.
Thanks, man.
Like I said, man, kids will do anything to entertain themselves. When, it was just, you had to go outside. You had to find other kids to play with in your neighborhood. And kids would just come up with the stupidest games and do the dumbest tricks. Just, how do you think, how do you think a lot of these kids get hurt? A lot of these scars came from entertainment. That's what we had to do to entertain ourselves. RD42547-7. What kind of tricks, what kind of neighborhood games did you guys play? And when I say neighborhood games, like what the guy just said, they played WWF with poo. I never heard of that before, but that was a neighborhood game. You're talking about games, neighborhood games you played when you were a kid. Good morning, Hot. What's up?
Wrong.
What up, brother?
Neighborhood game it was football, but we called it sideline bash. As long as you ran down the middle with two-hand touch, you ran close to the sidewalk or whatever, you got hit. Whatever you hit on that sidewalk is whatever you hit.
Oh, come on. Wow.
Hey, it made us stronger.
I sure did. Damn. That's rough, man. Thanks for calling. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Hey, Romeo, you talking about the childhood games?
Yeah, what up, man?
Hey, so there used to be like 10 of us. We all lived like 2 blocks from each other.
Okay.
We had the old, the Power Wheels, little four-wheel cars or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Dude, there'd be like 6 of us. We're all probably 6 or 7 years old. You team up with your friend. He'd push you around. We had a little derby going on. We'd smash into each other, bro. We did it until our cars broke, man. We had these little beat-up cars that have no batteries in them, and we just all got together. We just smashed into each other, you know. Somebody pushed you, and you took turns just like that.
Oh, man, that's great, man. That's
That was great, dude. I never see those kids do that again these days.
Yeah, you won't. All right, man, thanks for calling.
All right, man, later.
I mean, let's be honest when we talk about this stuff, though. Kids today will never do that stuff because they don't have to. I mean, back in the day, before the internet, before laptop or iPads and computers and all this stuff, iPhones, before all of that, you had to entertain yourself. So you went and found a bunch of other kids in your neighborhood that had nothing else to do. And that's how you became friends. Think about it. All the friends you have for the most part now are because you were looking for other people, other kids that had nothing else to do just like you, right? You might not be friends with them today because, you know, you didn't have that's all we were doing as kids, running around looking for other kids that had nothing else to do. So we could do nothing together or make up silly games to play. All right, 842-547-7.
Romeo, how are you this morning?
Doing great, brother. What's up?
Well, growing up, man, a lot of childhood games that I grew up playing with a few friends that I had and to this day are still part of my life. One of them, we didn't have a lot of money, so one of them, what we used to do is we used to roll up a piece of paper, using origami and turn it into a dart. And what we would do is you grab dirt and you throw it inside to make it heavy, right? Yeah. And then you grab a paper clip that you put at the very tip right before you put the dirt so that it doesn't fall out. And you grab a rubber band, the thickest, hardest rubber band you can find. Okay. And you launch it in the air. And everybody stands in the circle, head down, and see whoever it hits. Mind you, it's paper with dirt. It's not really going to hurt if it hits the back of your head. Until Artie decided to look up, and we're like, all right, we're down. You know, it's one of those things. If you're growing up in East Bakersfield and you hear the words, you're not down, oh my gosh, or double dog dare you, you're going to have to do it. So we all decide to look up. Well, it hits Artie square in the eye.
Oh,
right?
my God. That is so funny.
To this day, we call him Bullseye Artie, or sometimes we'll call him Artie.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
We used to do all sorts of stuff. And if I could tell you real last one, is we used to skate downhill. There's a street called Camino Primavera in East Bakersfield. They dared me to rollerblade downhill. I'd never rollerbladed in my life. I didn't know how to stop. So as I'm going down, I'm about to reach college, which is a very busy street. Yep. I'm thinking the best thing for me to do, since I don't know how to stop on rollerblades, is to throw myself on one of the lawns. Well, Newton's law of physics is that a body in motion tends to stay in motion unless acted upon with greater force, equal or greater force. Well, guess what? When I threw myself midair into the grass, I completely kept going midair and missed the entire grass area, landed on the driveway and the pavement, rolled a few times. Old man that was washing his lawn there just looked at me and he goes, man, you completely missed that entire grassy area.
So we're talking about, as a kid, man, before all this electronics, before video games, before anything that kept you in a house, everything you had to do was outside the house, which means you had to go out and find other kids like you who had nothing to do. And then that's how you made your friends in the neighborhood. And then after a while, you'd start making up dumb neighborhood games, or you'd make up stupid tricks to do, you know? Everybody lay down. Let's see how many kids we can jump over on our bikes. Yeah. How many of you done that? Already 42547-7. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Good morning, Romeo.
Hey, what up? What up, DJ?
Hey, when I was little, we used to play this game called Hide and Go Get It. Have you heard of that?
No, what is it?
It's a bunch of us girls and boys get together and play, and we be crushing on each other. So we go hide, and when they find us, they get it.
No!
Get a kiss or something. I ain't go get it. And I always hide in the same spot.
Oh, my God. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, that was one of my favorites. Well, let me stop.
Oh, that's great. Hey, thanks for calling the show.
All right, bye-bye.
We should play that game as adults. All right, hey, Rome. We used to play a game called Black Widow where we would turn all the lights off in the room and just start fighting everyone in the dark. Free for all rumbles in the dark. Nice. Kids are so stupid. Oh my God, how did we survive? 842-547-7. What kind of dumb neighborhood games did you play with your friends in the neighborhood? Or stupid tricks you would do? Good morning, Hal. What's going on?
Hey, Rome.
Yeah.
How about doorknob? You ever heard of doorknob?
No.
So when you're right there with your friends or family members and you fart, they rush you and start beating you up until you touch a doorknob. We did that all the time. Yeah, that's what we do, man. As soon as someone cut one, rush them.
That could be the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yep, it was fun as hell.
All right, man. Thanks for calling.
All right, later.
Doorknob. Let's play doorknob. All right. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Romeo? Hey, I hear you talking about the games we used to play dumb as kids.
Yeah, what up, man?
Me and my homeboys had a game we used to play. It's called BB Britches. So that means all of us would be together and we'd try to use words without using the letter B. And then if you use the word B, everybody just gets a punch on you until you say BB Britches.
My God, that might be the second and stupidest thing I've heard today.
Yeah, so if you said anything with a B in it and you forgot that we was playing BB Britches, everybody would just rap down on you, beat you up, body slap you until you say BB Britches. So you better not forget.
All right, man. You guys are crazy. All right, man. Thanks for calling. It's like Slug Bug. We used to play Slug Bug in the car, right? I don't think they play Slug Bug no more.
Hey, Rome, you remember them parachute little army men and you wrap that and you throw them in the air? And So we had a great idea to get our children to get up on top of the house and play parachute. Then we wonder why our legs are all tore up.
That's
well,
good.
We were all hurt, dude. We went 1, 2, 3, boom.
Damn, Joe, that's funny.
Man, I tell you.
Wow, that's funny, Joe. That's pretty good.
I tried to jump the canal with my sister's bike, dude. That didn't work out well.
What canal?
Over here by Panama and White Lane, there's a dirt canal, you know, and these kids had, you know, back then we would cut off the sissy bar and make it, and we had the knobbies. There was no BMX bikes.
Yeah.
So you cut that off, and then these dudes were jumping it, right? And they talked me into it, and I had my sister's bike.
You know,
dude, I landed the front. You know how the handlebars would flip forward?
Yep. Oh, God.
Dude. Oh, dude, it was bad. I got the wind knocked out of me.
I do got to tell you this, Joe. Nothing stupider than when we lived on the reservation. My house was on the bottom of a hill. And it made at my house, it made a 180-degree turn to go back down the hill. So you'd come down the hill, which was a steep incline.
Right.
Maybe about a quarter of a mile down. Maybe. And you'd take that 180-degree turn to go, and we would come down that on our big wheels, on our green machines, on our skateboards, on our bikes, with no thought that there would be a car coming just to take us out.
Oh, my gosh.
If you can come up...
Daredevil stuff, man.
But if you could come up with something stupider than that or more dangerous than that, I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, it's pretty dangerous, man.
All right, bro. Later, man. And what made it worse, it was just a 2-lane road. And when you'd come around that curve, that U, it was if you fell off the road, it was probably about a 20-foot drop. That's how high the road was before you dropped down onto the ground in front of side of my house. So, it would be like, for those of you that don't know, it would be like coming down. I'm trying to think what the steepest thing you guys can relate to. There's not really anything too steep in Bakersfield. Maybe over there by the gun range at Hart Park, maybe that little trail. Maybe something steeper than that, but a lot longer. But yeah, I'm surprised none of us got killed. I can't believe we haven't died. We didn't die coming down that road. All right, so what are we talking about here? Games we used to play, as kids. Stupid things we used to do. It's summertime, so it's a great time to do hood games. What do we got here? Let's see. Yo, Rome, when I was little, had a prepaid phone, so when my mom would call us to go home, we had 3 minutes to hurry our butts home. That's the scariest game we used to play back then. That's pretty funny. That's kind of cool, though. Rome, my street started a war with our neighbor streets using BB guns. It lasted all summer. I'm kind of surprised we didn't shoot an eye out. Wow. RD4254-7-7. Doorknob was what is it? I don't know what doorknob is. I never heard of that. You go ring the doorbell or what? I don't know what that is. I never heard of that. When you were kids, man, especially the summertime before iPads and computers and iPhones, you used to have to go out and play. What kind of stupid things did you do, or what kind of games did you play? Hey, Rome, this is Seahawk Lou. I remember when I was a kid, World's Play, open chest, is when their chest is not covered. They only have a shirt on, and you punch them in the chest and say open chest. Sounds like something stupid they do in Wasco, doesn't it? RD4254-7-7. Hey, Rome, we used to play racers, boxer. We get the kids in the block and we all race the two that will last. Okay. You guys got to really read your text messages. Okay. On the block, we will race the two that was last. The two that was last will have to box with boxing gloves, and whoever loses the match will be eliminated. Then when the match was over, we will race again until it's down to the last two. Sometimes I will lose on purpose just to box. Then we start racing with other blocks, and we made tournaments of it. We had about 4 to 5 blocks worth of kids, anywhere from 30 to 40 kids sometimes out there racing. Sometimes we will have the cops called on us, but they didn't do anything long as we had the boxing gloves on. Sometimes they would stay and watch. We got plenty of exercise, and we learned how to fight. Great. Sounds like a great game. So, we're talking about some of those games you used to play back in the day, the neighborhood kids. You guys would all get together and try to entertain yourselves before, technology came around. 84254-7-7. Yo, Rome, to keep it classic in Delano, we would play basketball, football, boxing, all the classics till about 10 to 11 at night in the street lights. It was the best. And when one parent would call the first kid inside, they would get clowned. But for custom games, we would play bike dodgeball, have a few friends riding bikes in the street with other kids on each side of the sidewalk, 2 footballs hitting the people on the bikes. Whoever hits the rider is now the rider. Fun times. Wow. Yeah. Kids played some dangerous games, man. It was kind of funny. The kids would play some things where you can really get hurt back in the day. Talking about the games we played when we were kids, man. We had to entertain, especially summer. You were home all day. Rome, I remember we played a game called Suicide at the handball courts. For the life of me, I can't remember exactly how it went, but I remember it would be a group of us, and the last person would end up getting jumped by everyone else. Something to that effect, at least. Kids these days are all iPad babies. Well, why don't you take the iPads away from them? And then they have to figure out something else to do. So, yesterday, when's the last time you had a stranger help you? Or maybe you helped somebody. I was over in going by a store, and I was coming out of the store, got in the car, and this poor girl, it looks like she was coming out of work, one of the businesses that was in the shopping center I was at. And she's sitting there looking under a hood, and I was thinking, I wonder what's wrong with that. And I'm not, by any means, no mechanic, by any means. I know very little about cars when it comes to fixing them or how to know what's wrong with them. But nobody's helping her. It's 100 degrees outside. This poor girl, she has her work uniform on, and she's on her phone. I'm sure trying to call somebody to help her. Doesn't know what's going on. So I thought, well, let me go see. Let me just see. Maybe I'll get lucky and it's just the battery, because I do carry jumper cables with me. And I thought, let me just drive by, see if she wants some help. Real nice lady. Oh yeah, I think she thinks it's the battery. Goes at the battery, and that I was just guessing. So I pull out the jumper cables, get her going. She's on her way. Can't believe nobody helped her though. All these big trucks, these work trucks, these guys in these, you could tell they were all driving work trucks. I was at a bar restaurant, so you could tell all the guys were there for lunch. Not one of these guys tried to help this poor girl, right? I did. Luckily, it was something simple, just as, hey, she needed to jump. Her battery was dead. At least get her on her way, get her home, get it taken care of. But what the hell's wrong with you people, man? When's the last time somebody actually helped you, or you actually helped somebody just out of the kindness of your heart, because it's 100 degrees outside. My God, nobody likes breaking down, or nobody likes being stranded or stuck, or it's an awful feeling. RD42547. All right, I want to talk about strangers now. I want to talk about strangers and how strangers have done something good for you. Back in the day, well, first of all, do strangers even do nice things for anybody anymore? People that you don't know, do they do nice things for you? Do you do nice things for people that you don't know? Does that even happen anymore with the world we live in, right? Back in the day, I'm gonna tell you this story because I'll never forget it. I was probably 12, and we're going to Disneyland. Now, we're coming from Humboldt County, from an Indian reservation. So we're driving from as close as you can to the tip of California to the bottom of California, right? And we're coming down, and we break down on the 99. We break down right there by Wasco on the 99. So tow truck comes, picks us up, takes us to Wasco. There's a mechanic, takes us to a mechanic shop. Little old guy comes out, says, you know what? I don't got the part to fix your car. Where are you guys headed? We're heading to LA. Don't worry about it. He rigs it up. I can fix this. I can put this. Uses a toothpick, a bottle cap, and a tin can. He puts it all together, fixes it for us. So he said, this will get you to LA. Okay, but when you get to LA, you're gonna have to get this part fixed, right? And we're on our way. He didn't charge us anything. He didn't charge us for his time. He didn't charge us for anything. He just fixed it. See, that's a stranger doing something nice for a family just trying to get to Disneyland. Now, I don't know if people do that anymore. Do they? RD42547. When's the last time? What's the nicest thing a stranger's ever done, or you've ever done for a stranger?
Hey, what's up, Ruben?
Hey, Ruben, what's going on, man?
Hey, my cell phones, a lot of times, I always have to get new ones because the charger doesn't want to charge. You got to wiggle the wire. You got to set something under the wire. You twist it to get it to charge. Well, I stopped right there at the Albertson Shopping Center right there by the house, and there's a cell phone repair guy. And I just told him, hey, dude, my phone doesn't want to charge. Is there something? He goes, hey, let me get it real quick. Rome, he walked behind this wall. It took him about 2 minutes, came back, and he says, here. They showed me that it charged and everything, and he goes, if it ever happens again, just come back by. I go, how much I owe you? He goes, you don't owe me nothing, dude. And I was like, oh, man. So he saved me from having to buy, you know how many phones I bought in Rome?
That's awfully nice.
Another one.
That's awfully nice.
Yeah, so I hooked them up with a few things, and as soon as the watermelons are ready, Rome, I'm going to scroll by and hook them up too. Because, appreciate that. You know what I mean? It's not very many people on this road anymore that want to do something just to do it from their heart. Everybody wants to book you.
Yeah, everybody wants something, or they want to post it on YouTube or social media to show how nice they are. You're absolutely right about that.
Yeah, nobody can just do it from their heart and walk away. They have to have some kind of show what they did to get credit.
Yeah, a bunch of clowns. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, all right. All right, Ruben. Later, brother.
All right, well.
Yeah, I mean, that's how pathetic you are as a society, to be honest with you. I mean, you guys, you want credit for helping somebody, for being nice, All right. 84254-7-7. When's the last time you helped somebody or a stranger helped you?
What's up, Romeo? Raider Rob here.
Hey, what up, Rob?
What's up, brother? Hey, just the other day, I was out in Dinuba, and I was out there doing a job, and I seen this old man, on the side of the road while I was going down that street. So I pulled over and I asked him, hey, what's going on? He goes, oh, for some reason my battery died. And I said, oh, okay. So So I went over there and looked at it. His positive cable was completely loose and corroded. So I banged it on the battery a couple times and cleaned all the corrosion off of it. Put it back on there, tightened it, and I gave him a jump, right? And at the time I'm looking, okay, it's already lunchtime. So I said, all right, sir, there you go. And he goes, what I owe you? I go, you're good, man. Have a good day, bro. So I got in my truck. I drove down the street about 25 feet, went to this coffee place, sit down and ordered. And then next thing you know, he comes in there and he told the lady, that guy right there, he goes, whatever he wants, I'm paying for it.
Oh,
and
that
he
was
goes, I'm
nice.
gonna bless you like you blessed me. And I think, oh, definitely, sir. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, it happens all the time, man. You show that good faith, brother. A lot of people,
Well, I'm going to tell you guys a story. I'm going to tell you guys something crazy. So last month, I was driving down the street, and there was a truck for sale. And I was thinking, you know what, that's a pretty good-looking truck. Let me call this guy and see how much he wants for it. And the guy goes, he calls me back, and he goes, he tells me what he wants for it. He goes, well, come by and check it out. He goes, me and the wife were just and he was an older guy, probably in his late 60s, maybe early 70s. And he's an older guy, and he goes, me and the wife were just barbecuing in the back. He goes, just come on back. We'll have some burgers. You check out the truck. We'll have some burgers. I said, this guy was, you don't run into people like that anymore at all. You just don't run into people like that anymore.
don't, man.
That was funny. All right, Rob.
So they treated you. they tried to fish you in, huh?
They
Get a
did.
burger?
I couldn't afford the truck, but yeah, it was good. All right, Rob. But you don't run into people like that anymore, right? The guy calls me back. He goes, well, me and the wife are barbecuing. Just come by, look at the truck. We'll take it for a spin. You can have a burger, hang out for a minute. We're just in the backyard. It was a beautiful day, so I did. I mean, the truck was a little more than I could afford, but he ended up selling it probably the next day or 2 hours later after I left. He didn't have it very long. It was one of those, sometimes for those of you that don't know, there are cars out there that'll go immediately. People want them. RD4254-7-7, but just a stranger being nice, man. Stranger. Actually, Bakersfield has got a lot of nice people in it. A lot of nice people. All right, so I helped somebody out yesterday, just jumped their car, their battery was dead, so I had some jumper cables in my truck, so I helped them out. But when's the last time you helped a stranger? Or when's the last time a stranger's done something nice or helped, or maybe you're that person? You'd be surprised how many nice people there still are in this world. You just ain't met them yet. RD4254-7-7. Good morning, Rome. During Christmas on a different radio station, they do Cares for Kids, where you adopt a family and buy gifts for less fortunate. I adopted one, and I didn't tell anybody. I did it. I didn't do it for the praise. I did it because it makes me feel good and help people. Well, that's good. You should do that. I mean, that's a great... that's one of the other things. Everybody wants some sort of praise for what they did. Maybe if you were just a good person and can look yourself in the mirror at the middle of the night and know you did it, you've done right by everybody, you wouldn't need some redemption on social media. That's the stupidity of you people who think that. You think you do it for the right reasons, and then you put it on social media and you're just a moron. It's really all you are, because you're doing it for yourself at that point, not for helping somebody else out. RD4254-7-7. So, what happened? When's the last time you just did something nice for somebody, or somebody's done something nice for you? You help somebody out. I mean, RD4254-7-7.
What's up, Rome? Seahawk Lou, man.
What up, Lou?
Hey, so I did a nice thing yesterday.
Okay.
It was a hot day, man, and I was walking over to the vending machine to buy a cold water for $1, right?
Wait, what?
It was a hot day, and I was walking over to the vending machine to buy a cold water for $1.
Okay.
And before I got to the vending machine, this little kid ran past me and beat me to it. And he pulled out a bunch of change, like quarters and dimes.
Okay.
And he was trying to get a Gatorade for $2.
Okay.
I guess he only had $1, and he didn't know what to do. And I looked at my wallet, man. I only had $1 cash, and I gave it to the kid so he could get a Gatorade. And I suffered.
And you suffered? You didn't get your water?
I didn't get my water for $1, Rome. That's got to be one of the nicest things done in Bakersfield yesterday.
Way to sacrifice. All right. All right. Look at how nice Seahawk Lou is, huh? Alrighty, 84254-7-7. When's the last time you did something nice for a stranger? Or maybe somebody said something nice to you or for you. So we're talking about doing nice things for strangers or somebody doing something nice for you, helping you out just out of the kindness of their heart. Hey, Rome, I work out in the oil fields and finished working a 12-hour day and was headed home back to Bakersfield on Taft Highway. I see an older man and a woman on the side of the road with a flat tire. I made a U-turn, came back to see if they needed any help. Come to find out, their car did not have a floor jack, but I happened to have one. Went ahead and changed the tire for them. The older man wanted to pay me, but I told him no, just pay it forward. Well, I mean, when does that come to? But that's what life's come to, right? That's awfully nice of you to do that for somebody, because the world's come to, well, if I'm going to help you, you got to help me, or I got to put it on social media, get some likes so I can get paid. Yeah, nobody. But the bad part about it is, what you see in the world is not the real world. I know so many nice people in Bakersfield that will do things for people just out of the kindness, just out of kindness. There are so many people here that I know that will help you out just because they're like that, And it's funny because Ruben and Raider Rob always are, even Raider Dave. These cats will all argue on the radio with each other. But man, the things they'll do for people just because they're good guys, they're mad for saying that. But I've seen it happen with all of them, But they'll all fight with each other all day long on the radio. they just don't like each other. Oh, hey, Rome, what about stranger danger? I'm not asking kids to walk up to strangers. I'm talking about as adults. Somebody helped you out that you don't know. What's the nicest thing a stranger has done for you? Yeah, what's going on?
What's up, Rome?
What up, man?
Hey, so yesterday I was at 7-Eleven, and for some reason my card didn't want to go through. I tried a couple cards, and their machine wasn't working, right? So I had to leave a couple breakfast tacos and a soda. Anyway, on my way out, some dude's like, hey, I'll pay for you. And I was like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. Some big heavyset dude. His name was Leo. So, Leo, if you're listening, thank you. Anyway, yeah, he paid for me, asked me what I did, and I'm a school bus driver. We're dropping food off to the special needs kids, so he saw me all in my uniform. So he said, Christmas came early.
That's just karma right there.
Yeah.
Hey, because I know a big dude named Leo. Did he look like he could be a bouncer at a club?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's nice. Sticker on the back of his SUV. So there you go.
You know what's funny is I'll pay for somebody's stuff in front of me just so they'll hurry up because they're taking too long.
Just put it on my tab so we can hurry up.
Exactly. Get out of because they'll be fumbling, and for a cup of coffee, I'll be like, I got it, bro. Just move out of my way. I got to be somewhere.
Get out of here. Yeah.
All right, man. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do strangers still do nice things for other people? I guess they do. All right, 84254-7-7. Like I said, what's the nicest thing a stranger's ever done for you? Or maybe you've done it. People still help out other people when they don't know them. Strangers helping strangers. What's the nicest thing anyone's done for you? Good morning, Al. What's up?
What's up, Romeo? Hot 944. This is Marco.
What's going on?
I heard the radio for nice strangers to do for you guys.
Yeah, what's up?
Nice stranger for me. They bought me I lost a loved one before. They paid for my cross. And for Thanksgiving, I help a homeless man for Thanksgiving, and I give him a plate for food. And he was homeless, and he was asking for food. I gave to him homeless food for him, for Thanksgiving.
You gave him food. You didn't give him homeless food. You gave him food because he was homeless. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for calling. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Romeo.
See, it's nice to see that people are still doing stuff for people they don't know. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Hey, Romeo.
Hey, what's up?
I have something that a stranger did for me that I thought was incredibly nice.
Hold on. First of all, you're probably a hot chick, so guys do stuff for you all the time.
No, this was, I was on my way into Bakersfield, and I don't know it very well. And my daughter had a doctor's appointment at a hospital, and I got to what I thought was the nearest area. And I rolled down my window, and a couple next to me in the at the stoplight, I said, hey, do you guys know where this hospital's at? Me a big favor and guide me there. And they said, yeah, no problem. So they got in front of me and they took me 5 or 6 miles, and I ended up getting to her appointment on time, and I was incredibly grateful.
Wow.
I didn't know them, and they were super sweet to help me out.
That is nice, because sometimes people are more stingy with their time than they are with money or, things like that. That actually is extremely nice.
Yeah, and I was so grateful. I was like, man, I wish I would have gotten their names or something, but...
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for calling. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, 842-54-7-7. Yeah. So what's the nicest thing a stranger's ever done for you? And I know that the couple leading her to the hospital seems a little silly, but a lot of people are very stingy with their time, man. They won't even give you good directions. They won't even take the time to give you directions, let alone drive you there.
What's up, Romeo? Morning.
What up, brother?
I had a story when I was smaller. My brother was working in school, and I wanted something like a Gatorade. I don't know what I wanted. I think I wanted a Gatorade. And he said, no, he was being stingy. And there was a person behind us. He was hearing the whole conversation. Like, I really wanted a Gatorade. It was hot and everything. So my brother he said no. So I went to the car, waited in the car. And when the other guy came out, the one that was behind us, he's the one that bought me my Gatorade. So like, he looked at my brother. He didn't say nothing, but like by his look, he's like, well, you're gonna be stingy, he just wants the Gatorade. But like,
that's funny.
He just walked off, and I'm all like, oh damn, that was like the nicest thing.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago though. Like I was a kid and everything. So.
I don't know if people still do nice things for anymore, just out of the kindness of their heart. But I think they do.
Yeah, I think they do. I do sometimes.
Yeah.
When I see a homeless person, I was all like, you know what? I don't want to give them cash, but like I'll buy you something. And sometimes they'll be stingy. They're like, no, just give me the cash and I'll buy myself something.
Speaking of homeless, I was walking out of the gas station the other day, and this must have been about 3:30 in the morning right over here, and a homeless guy asked me if I had change for 100. What? I said, no, I don't.
Hey.
I had to ask him to borrow money. All right, man.
Later. All right, remember, have a good one.
All right, 842-54-7-7. The problem is this. When it comes to people doing nice things, just because they're nice people, is nice people don't want credit for it. Nice people don't put it on social media so you can see how nice they are. Only insecure losers do that, And that's just why, So that's why you don't think there's as many nice people in this world as there are. And there really are. There's a lot of great people in Bakersfield that you never know how nice they are. All right, because they're not filming it. RD4254-7-7. I would say the guy reminded me of a story about 10 years ago. I was it was around Christmas time, about 10 years ago. I was at it had to be longer than that. When's the last time Toys R Us existed? It was at a Toys R Us, so it must have been longer than 10 years ago. You get gift cards. This little girl had a $20 gift card. And I'm standing in Toys R Us, and the little girl grabs this doll, and it was like a Barbie or something, $19.99. Little girl's got a $20 gift card. Mom tells her, well, no, you don't have enough. You got to have enough for tax. It's going to be more than $20. You got to get something else. And I thought to myself, you know what? So I was just standing there. I said, here's $5. I gave the girl $5 so she'd have enough to. And the mom lost her mind, was so upset. No, she needs to learn. I'm like, she's 8. She needs to learn about $4 or $3 or whatever tax is on $19.99, however long ago. And I never had that conversation with you guys if it was right or wrong to do that. But screw that, mom. Be a better parent. We were talking about doing nice things for people this morning. And one of the things I did a few years ago when Toys R Us was open, a little girl, she couldn't have been more than 7 or 8. She had a little $20 gift card she got for Christmas, right? And her mom was telling her, well, you can't buy that Barbie doll because that Barbie doll is $19.99 and there's going to be tax. So I gave her $5. And the mom got pissed at me for doing that. And I thought, why are you being a jackass? She's just a little girl trying to spend her gift card. I mean, you can't cover the $3 for the tax because you're her mom? And then you're going to get mad at me for trying to be nice? Yeah. Good morning, what's going on?
Romeo, so you talking about the lady, you spotted the little, not the girl, her, the 5, the extra tax dollars.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think you're right, and also the mom's right. I mean, the little girl needs to learn that there is,
Hold on, slow down, Mom. Not at 8.
Yes, but I also agree that you're in the right too, because you need to know there is kind people that, out there. So I think it's important because, money doesn't grow on trees. They need to know those things too.
Yeah, but not at 8 years old. The little girl couldn't have been more than 7 or 8. What's that?
I taught my kids about tax dollars. They need to know.
At 7 and 8?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're a terrible mother. What is wrong with you?
No, I'm not.
You're an awful mother. You probably had them talking politics and war too. What is wrong with you? Kids need to be kids until about 16, 17. They need to be kids and be oblivious to a bunch of nonsense in the world. And taxes is one of them.
Yeah, I think that's a touchy subject, but maybe. I don't know.
All right.
I just want to teach my kids that nothing's free.
Well, not at 7. At 7,
not
at 7, everything's free.
Yeah, if you're buying a toy, yes. Food, we don't want to put pressure on them for the basic necessities.
Yeah, you're a bad mom. All right, get out of here. Later. Bye. Yeah, no, she sounds like a good mom. I'm just kidding with you. But until about, a kid should be a kid and not worry about anything until about maybe 14, 15. That's maybe when you should start teaching them about that life isn't free, but you don't do it at 7 or 8. So years ago, there was a little girl at a Toys R Us, and she had a $20 gift card, right, for her toy. She wanted to buy a doll. It was like $19.99. The mom was, no, you can't buy that. You don't have enough money for the tax. So I was just standing there, handed the girl $5. The mom got mad. I was just trying to be nice to the little girl. She couldn't have been more than 7 or 8, but I thought the mom was being a jackass. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Hi.
Hi.
So, how are you doing?
I'm doing fabulous. How are you?
I'm doing good. So, long-time listener. But I was going to say, it was nice of you to give the girl the extra money for the taxes, but I'm just going to let you know there's little kids out there, like my daughter, who knows she doesn't have enough money and will try to buy stuff over what she has and tries to make me pay the rest. And I'll sit there and argue with her, and if somebody else comes in and says, hey, I'll give her the rest of the money, I'll let them.
Wait, how old is your daughter?
She's 11.
Yeah, straight. You're raising a straight hustler, boy. Woo!
She is a hustler. She's like, I'm going to make sure my uncles never have kids so they can give me all their money.
Damn! You got a little gold digger in the midst, huh? Damn!
Oh, yeah? She's just like her mama.
Hey, what's up, Romeo?
What up?
Hey, I don't know if this counts, but what do you call it? I had stopped at a gas station, and I went inside to go get some stuff. And when I was walking in, I seen this guy, man, this homeless guy was acting all whacked out and everything. So I went inside, and when I was coming out, all of a sudden, this homeless guy walks up to me and started acting all crazy, wanted to get into a fight with me and everything.
What?
And I don't know. And all of a sudden, these two guys, big old guys, come out of the store, and they're like, "Hey, man, go ahead, homie, we got you." Go ahead. Yeah, and then I'm like, "All right, man. Oh, thanks." For me, I consider that somebody, and I didn't even know these guys. They were big guys.
That's funny, man. That's pretty funny. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That was nice. That was nice of the guys to not let you get beat up by a homeless guy.
Yeah, this guy looked like he was whacked out of his mind and everything.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Thanks for calling.
All right, man.
Already 42547-7. What was I going to tell you about? I was thinking about a gas station story. Now I just lost my train of thought. Rome, I was at the Shell station on Stockdale and bought a homeless guy some snacks. You know what? When he left, the cashier tells me he just got out of prison for trying to kill his own mom. Oh my God. I got to tell you a funny thing. Another story. You guys can tell me if I'm wrong or not. I was at the gas station right here grabbing a cup of coffee the other day. This could have been last week, it could have been last month, but the other day. And I grabbed they sell the chicken strips, right? So I said, let me get a couple of chicken strips. I was hungry, right? So as I was leaving, another guy was walking in with the homeless guy who was standing in the front. And the guy was being real nice. He goes, man, you want a cup of coffee, get something to drink, some water, whatever, right? And as I was walking by, I just handed the homeless guy my food. I said, here's some food to go along with it. And I walked out. And then as I got in the car coming back to the station, I was thinking, did I just steal that guy's niceness? Because he had already offered the homeless guy, drinks. It didn't even occur to me. I just thought, well, he's getting the guy drinks. Let me give him my food. I really didn't need the food. It was probably worked out better for me. But I mean, I just thought that. I thought, did I just steal that guy's thunder by handing the homeless guy? I mean, maybe I did. Hey, good morning, Rome. I had a sweet experience at the grocery store. An elderly woman shopping with her caregiver didn't have enough money for all her fruits and vegetables she wanted. So she had to leave some behind while she was bagging her groceries. I asked the cashier to add those items to my purchase. She was so grateful, and I told her no thanks. No thanks were needed. Just enjoy them. See? Yeah, that was nice of you. Hey, Romeo, why the woman always got to try to defend each other? You was right to give that too young. You was right. They're too young to learn about taxes. They didn't defend the lady with the bikini swimsuit from the out day. Oh, yeah, from the other day. They defend each other, but at the same time hate on each other. Only in America laugh. Well, that's just women in general. Women are going to, that's just women in general. I know I was right. I know exactly I'm right. A kid does not need to learn about the real world until about 14. Maybe 13, 14. Once they get into high school, you can start, and I would even say about 15, 16. That's when you start teaching about taxes and what life is really about. Kids do not need to talk politics because they're too stupid to understand. Hell, 99% of you idiots shouldn't be talking politics because you're too uneducated to understand what's going on. They shouldn't be talking about, they shouldn't be learning about taxes and things that, moms and dads are supposed to take care of in the real world. Okay? So that's just, and I know I'm right about that, but I appreciate you backing me up on that one. Hey, good morning, Rome. Nah, Brian, you should have drop kicked the mom. What's wrong with these people trying to teach their child about finances? A lot of people shouldn't have kids. A kid's responsibility should be do good in school and have fun. What else are they trying to teach your kids about? The stock market, global politics? Shaking my head. You're right. You ain't lying. Especially at 7 or 8. I mean, you can start teaching your kids some of that stuff in their teen years, but not. They under 10. Nah, man, they don't need to worry about that stuff. Hey, Rome, one morning I was going to pump some gas at AM/PM on Wheat Patch, and as I was about to pay at the pump, I seen the screen said select fuel. So I pumped and I got me a full tank. Thanks to whoever did that was a blessing. Well.
Romeo in the Morning.
Every morning.
On Hot 94.1.